So for this project, I used Adobe Captive, and it was actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, and I even started early, and luckily I figured it out before the due date. So I created an order of operations for my students. This is actually, I think, New York State standards. I think it's 7th grade, but in Georgia, it's 7th and 8th, so it really depends on what grade they're in. So what I did is, on this first slide, there should be a tutorial video, but since I'm just on the preview option of Adobe, it's not loading the video, so I pulled it up in another tab. So the video is just a worked out example of order of operations for the students to go through, and they can watch it before learning it. I've learned that with my students, if I show them, like what I'll do is when we're talking about a new topic, I'll have them put their pencils down and not write anything and not do anything, and then I'll just work out an example step by step slowly as they're just watching it. And I feel as if this helps them because they're not worried about copying all the notes or any of that. It's just watching me present the question that they're going to be solving. And so I think the tutorial video first will help the students watch like the example, and then they will get a better grasp of the concept by doing this. So if you hit continue, it talks about the order of operations, which is PEMDAS, which we all should know. So you got 3 buttons you can press, which give examples of each, and then you can actually skip to the quiz if need be. So the first one is, of course, P and E, which this just goes through and tells them. There's actually me talking on them, explaining it a little more and going more in depth with the examples, but you can't hear it now, but of course you can go click on the link if you would like to. And then you have M and D, which is multiplication and division, same sort of thing where you can listen to it if you want. And then you have A and S, and that's adding and subtraction, and then you can hear me talking on it in the original one. So then if you go to the quiz, there's actually different multiple choice questions, all different type of questions. So let's see, you just pick what it stands for. So we have P, the E, the M, the D, maybe the A and the S, and then you go submit. So you can click anywhere. Then you go to the next one. So which one do you do first? Let's just say I'm just going to get it wrong on purpose to see what it does. And then you can try again. Oops, went too far. That's okay. And then you just solve. So we're just going to pick one. And so then it gives you your score. Unfortunately, you failed. So you can review your quiz, which is kind of cool. So it goes through and it shows you all the different types of questions. So it'll give you the correct answers if you got it wrong. And then you can continue. So I thought it was really cool because this type of setup is what I try to do with my students in the class, because I like to show them things before they get started on it, and then we'll do our notes, and then they won't automatically get a quiz, but they'll get like a daily grade or something that I can collect and make sure that they are understanding the concepts that I am teaching them. So I would love to hear your feedback.